Hey everyone, I'm back again, and today I have a message for you that has actually been inspired by a message that I was listening to this morning from the incredible Eckhart Tolle. And I wanted to kind of dive into a part of his message that he was sharing today because I really do feel like it resonates so deeply with a really empowering perspective about what we're all experiencing, no matter where you are across the globe with the coronavirus epidemic. And so I wanted to share this particular message with you guys in the hope that it gives you that insight that can help make all the difference between whether you make this an experience where you feel totally disempowered, stuck in fear, out of control, and at the impact of the world, or whether you step into a whole new way of thinking and being and experiencing and ultimately leading in your life. So, today's message is, when the ego weeps for what it has lost, the spirit rejoices for what it has found. And I want to unpack this because it's kind of like, whoa, wait, hang on, let me think about that for a second. And what I'm really getting at with this particular message and what that really means is when we stop thinking about the things, like our ego is so attached to all the external things, right? That's why we're going to the supermarkets and we're hoarding. That's why we are treating other people as if they are a virus rather than, banding together and, coming together and about how we're going to handle this epidemic. We've kind of, our ego has been so comfortable and so used to being able to get whatever it wants whenever it wants it, right? It used to be able to order anything online and get it. It used to be able to go down the shops and get anything that it needed, right? And right now we're being faced with an opportunity that our ego is, weeping for what it feels it's lost, our ability, our freedom to do whatever we want, whenever we want. And what's happening simultaneously, if you get this and you allow the ego to weep and, get beyond what it feels it's lost, you'll notice that your spirit will be rejoicing for all that it actually finds. And what I mean by that is ultimately that what looks bad on the surface has an essential function, right? So all these things that we think we're losing, right? And that's the mentality of the ego is always operating in a fear of loss. So the things that the ego thinks and believes that it is losing, there's actually an essential function to the things in society that are currently breaking down right now. And if we really build our awareness and see what's actually happening there, our spirit will rejoice because it'll realize the essential function of all of the things that we've become so comfortable and used to breaking down around us. It's actually giving us an opportunity to awaken. It's actually giving us an opportunity to be free of the comfort zone of all those things in our life that keep us comfortable, but also keep us distracted, from what really matters, from, that part of us that can step into actually being of value, actually being challenged enough to decide, how is it that I want to operate in this world? What is actually truly valuable? What is actually really meaningful? And I think that whatever's happening in our world, we can look at from a disempowered, egoic driven, what we're losing mentality, or it can be awoken to a whole new way of looking at our reality and how we've been operating and be a hell of a lot clearer about what really matters in this lifetime and actually rejoice in what it actually finds as a result of the things that have been distracting our ego, from the real juice in our lives. And that's what I wanted to kind of tap into with you guys today. So really think about that message. when the ego weeps for what it has lost, you know, all our comfort zones, all our distractions, all our mindless way of, you know, habitually being in the world and, you know, never having to worry about something like this, the spirit can rejoice from what it finds as a result of having those distractions taken away, so that we have to think and view the world in a whole different light, so that we can actually detach from what the ego thinks has kept it comfortable, and actually connect with what's really meaningful. So and that's a great way of looking at it. So anything that looks bad on the surface has an essential function, and it's here to awaken you to a whole new level of consciousness that will actually create a lot of fulfillment in your life, and it'll get rid of stagnation. It's forcing society to look at the world and how we operate in a whole new different way, and instead of looking at what we're losing with the ego, it's about discovering and focusing on the opportunities for growth and awakening that are ultimately going to lead us in the direction of growth and fulfillment, and contribution, you know, rather than getting caught up in our own significance and certainty in life. So hope this message resonates with you guys, serves you, and it's just on the back end, like I said, of one of the amazing messages that's being put out into the world right now, and I listened to one from Eckhart Tolle, who was really speaking into this in his way of speaking, and it really hit home for me. So I'm hoping that my deliverance of this small piece of it is of value to you guys. So I definitely want to check in with you guys. So make sure that you drop me a comment, say hi, share any words of wisdom or any questions or any comments, and contribute to the conversation. I always appreciate that. But let me check in with you guys. I've got Haru and Evan and Asmatullah. Hey Vanessa, nice to see you again. Always great to see you, my friend. Thanks for joining live. And Jerry's here. Good to see you. And thanks for your wisdom. You're so welcome, my friend. I'm grateful that this one had some value in it for you. And Zena is here as well, and Olivia and Naeem. Hello to you, my friend. So really hoping that this message does hit home, and just think about everything that's happening, everything that we can get caught up in. You know, there's numbers and statistics coming to us left, right, and center. There's a lot, you know, of uncertainty. And what do we do in uncertain times? Usually the ego locks in on what it fears it's going to lose, and that's why we stockpile, we hoard, we self-protect, and at the expense of our connection and those things that are truly meaningful. So just remember, when the ego weeps for what it has lost, the spirit rejoices for what it has found, which is a deeper meaning and what really matters in this world. And everything that looks bad, you know, on the surface has an essential function. So look for that function. It's here to serve you, and be the kind of person that would be the leader in this scenario, who's not buying into the fears and self-protection, looking at everybody and treating everybody else as if they are a virus, and instead, you know, taking it upon yourself to reconnect with what really matters and take a meta perspective on how you've been living your life and what you've been attached to and where your fears get triggered, and know that this is a reset button, you know, to find a different way, look for a different opportunity. So make the most of it, and I really hope this message has served you. And as always, I'm sending you guys all of my love, light, blessings, gratitude, energy, enthusiasm, everything extraordinary coming to you to wherever you are in the world today. I really do hope that it's beautiful, amazing, and extraordinary, that you're doing something super empowering, and as always, that this message has served you. Please do share this message if it has been of value, and as always, I cannot wait to see you guys tomorrow. Thanks so much for joining live and contributing, and I'll see you then.